Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay. Apparently, I can't go on vacation without shenanigans happening. A few hours ago, uh, I got informed by my brother and some other folks from the page, thank you, that somebody had taken a shot at Trump during a rally in Pennsylvania. I did watch a video on it, and you could see where he was talking about something, and then you hear some popping, and he flinches and puts his hand to his right ear, and then checks his hand before dropping down or being dropped down by Secret Service. So it looked like he had been shot or grazed in the ear. I was assuming grazed by his reaction. Secret Service gets on the stage. You hear a series of more pops. Allegedly, that was the Secret Service returning fire on the shooter. The shooter is reported to be dead. At least one person at the rally was also killed, and two other people were badly injured in this shooting. The Secret Service then whisked Trump off the stage, and Trump was making fist pumps to the crowd. This could not be anything worse for democracy than what we just saw right here. First off, it's an assassination attempt on a political candidate. Political violence is the thing of authoritarian governments, not of democracies. That in itself is bad. And for those folks who I just wish somebody would kill Trump or shoot Trump or assassinate Trump. No, you don't. You don't want that. You think you do. It might make you feel good, but you don't want that because we just went through that. If you assassinate this guy, he becomes a martyr. And all of a sudden people think his shit doesn't stink. They put him down as the greatest president ever, and they're absolutely cemented in their beliefs that he's the greatest person ever, and MAGA takes on a life of its own. Is that what you really want? Because that's what's going to happen. The next worst thing is to shoot him and injure him. For killing him on the long term, that helps MAGA. On this one, this short term helps Trump and MAGA a great deal, especially with the fist pumps, showing that he's all right, he's there for him, he's strong, he's tough. You go out there and fight for me because they're trying to take me out, and now I have proof that they're trying to take me out. The best thing to do is you just leave him alone, let him commit his felonies, and you start prosecuting him for the felonies, and eventually he goes to prison, flees the country, or dies. Swamp him in court cases for the rest of his life. He screws over enough people, they'll walk away from him. If you want the positives out of this, maybe the news media will stop talking about Biden's age for the next couple of days because they got a juicy news story to sell newspapers with. Downside, they weren't talking about the information that was released about Trump raping a 13-year-old girl with Jeffrey Epstein, and the media was not covering it, and you could hold them to account, ask him why not, but now that story is going to be ignored because of this shooting. Some folks are saying that maybe this was a staged event. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Don't know. Too soon to say. If it was staged and that information comes out, that could be and should be devastating. Of course, Trump will just deny it, and his followers will believe him. So, where's the downside if it was? If it wasn't staged, you've now given them the victimization that they've been looking for, the martyrdom they've been looking for, the crumb of oppression they've been begging for. So, just want to read on the energy around the shooter. What was this person? What was their mindset? What were they doing? What were they thinking when they were plotting, planning, pulling this off? Entertainment purposes only. Foundation of the reading is the Ten of Cups. Bringing things to an end. Struck by the rainbow on here. Crossed with the Hierophant and the Seven of Cups underneath. Underneath this all, there's probably I know, knock you over with a feather. There's probably mental illness associated with this person. They may be fanatical about certain things. There's certain belief systems. But I think what you have here is somebody like Mr. Hinckley, who shot at President Reagan. He didn't hate Reagan per se. He was just trying to impress, was it Jodie Foster, an actress on this. What I think you have here is somebody who probably doesn't like the government and was going to do something to make themselves famous. But I think they're just plain freaking bananas. I don't think this person is a Democrat. I just think they're crazy. At least that's what I'm getting so far. In the past, you got the Six of Cups, nostalgia, a naivety. This person probably has some idealisms of the world as they see it. Now, we can certainly make the argument that this person could be somebody who sees Trump as a clear and present danger and can't allow him to get back in the government. And, try to think of ways that he could do that. But this was not the brilliant flex that you think it was. But if this person is crazy, there is kind of a naivety or a simpleness back here. Maybe he liked Trump better the way he was before and doesn't like this new Trump. I don't know. Current situation, Ace of Swords. They got it in their head that they had to fix, they alone were the person who could fix this problem. One bullet to the head ends the problem. Problem is they were off by about 4 inches to the left. Overarching energy is the Moon card. Again, with the Seven of Cups and the Moon card, there's just some craziness here. Crazy plotting, craziness. If this is I'll read this also if it was a false flag type event here, how that might look. Lesson to be learned: the stress, the anxiety. I think this person was having some mental health problems, and they didn't like how they saw things were going and sought to change it. Outcome is the King of Cups. They weren't in control of their emotions. Let their emotions get the better of them. Their emotions ruled. Now, if you're into conspiracy theories and saying, oh, this was a setup, okay. This could be a plan to get Trump into the government. A plan of low integrity to get this. A plan that, people love Trump and they'll do anything for Trump. So you come up with this great plan, shrouded in mystery, and it'll end the nightmare that Trump is facing, trying to face off with Joe Biden. It could be that. I'm not necessarily inclined to believe that at this point. It's too early to say. I would be curious to see what information comes out. I'm not happy that the shooter was killed, because if the shooter were alive, you could at least question them about their motives and their planning and so on and so forth, and then the public would know. But the shooter is now dead, so we will never know for sure what happened, unless they bothered to document the whole thing for us, which maybe they did, maybe they didn't, who knows. If you thought you were going to do this and die, you might leave a video manifesto, as it were. I'm not happy by this, by the way. This does not make me happy. This causes me a lot of anxiety. This is right up there with Biden getting sick before the debate, having a miserable debate. It's like watching, knowing you're going to defeat the Republicans, and then watching, people do things to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. For Carter, was this person associated with the Trump campaign? This will just for the conspiracy theories out there. Was this shooter associated with the Trump campaign? I saw somebody post up saying that Libby used her pendulum and got a yes, that this was like a setup type thing. I don't know. Let's see what these cards say. Queen of Cups. Well, they're trying to keep a lid on things. And certainly after Trump was shot, there were no communications coming from the Trump campaign other than Trump going on Truth Social saying that he was shot in the ear with a bullet. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, King of Swords. Was this person associated with the Trump campaign? If so, they're going to keep a lid on it. You know, this was a sneaky thing trying to get away with, you know, a false flag type event here. Paid this guy some money, but then, you know, made sure this guy was killed. Secret Service was there. You know the Secret Service is going to kill him. Dead men tell no tales. It's entirely possible. And sorry, not to confirm one way or feed the conspiracy theories the other way, but if you think about it, if they wanted to have a false flag, get somebody who's a sharpshooter who could just send a bullet past Trump's ear, not accidentally hit it, I suppose, but pretty good shot if you can graze his ear, and then you kill him, well, he can't tell you that he was put up for that. Now, that being said, I can't imagine Trump's the kind of guy that wants people shooting at him in case they hit him, like this guy did. On the other hand, I could totally picture Trump thinking this is a great idea if the guy shoots him and misses, and then you just have his security forces kill this guy, and not only do you get all the benefits of being shot at as an attempted assassination, but then this guy's dead and he can't spill the beans on the plot, and you don't have to pay him. That sounds like Trump, doesn't it? All right. Just want to find out. Was this guy working on his own or with a small group of people to assassinate Trump? This card wants to stay on top. Who am I to say no? Again, entertainment purposes only. The Devil card. Well, this person was up to no good. That's for darn sure. Devil, Judgment, Three of Cups, King of Cups, Seven of Coins. Was this person working on their own? It's entirely possible that, you know, they think they went there with bad intent. I think they felt that if they succeeded, they would be celebrated. People would judge their actions, and Trump would be dead and Biden would be president, and he's done the hard work. So, at best, this person could just be crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm suspecting that's what you're going to find, is that this person probably has some form of mental illness, but that doesn't mean that the damage isn't already done. Doesn't matter if this person's a diehard Democrat or just a crazy person with a gun. The supporters of Trump will rally around Trump. Nobody will ask for gun control or anything along those lines. There is no downside to Trump on this, other than his ear gets injured. Now, the other thing I was going to say for conspiracy theories is Trump pumping his fist as he's walking off the stage. No, just pumping his fist. That right there, that's going to be the message. That's going to be the campaign video. You're going to see for the next 4 months if you're in an area that's going to pump up Trump campaign videos. He's a brave man. Look at him face up assassins with his fist pumping. And just like with the Biden, I'm going to ask Spirit, what is the spiritual lesson from this? Why do we have to go through this? Why couldn't we just have a nice, non-violent summer for this election? Why do we have to go through this now? For Carter. Seven of Wands. Fighting from a position of advantage. Because we needed more turmoil? What? We got the government, the Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Why did this happen? It's like it's a fight in progress. Either getting people to look at things in a different way or a sacrifice. Shooting yourself in the foot type of thing. It's about the government, the nightmares, and the Wheel of Fortune, things in there. It might be a reminder to folks that as this campaign goes on, violence isn't the answer. Sometimes you need to see the violence to remind yourself you don't want the violence. When Trump's out there with his rhetoric and his acolytes are saying that they've got basically squads that are going to put the deep state on trial and execute them, this is what that's going to look like. This is exactly what that's going to look like in our government. And is that what you want? It's probably a reminder that you're supposed to turn away from... They're using violence to remind you to turn away from violence. Get those violent thoughts out of your head. Don't worry about trying to assassinate Trump. Don't fall victim to the violence that he spouts. That's not what's needed here. What's needed here is for folks to go out and vote. That's it. I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you found it insightful. I'll catch you on the next one.